championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks and weighing in at an even 157 pounds, he's from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Undefeated as a professional with 25 victories and 1 draw, 18 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, the undefeated challenger, James Lights Out Toney. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the right trunks with red letters, he weighs an even 160 pounds. His professional record, undefeated, 36-0, 24 KOs. Tonight, he defends his title for the 7th time here in his hometown of Davenport, Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, the IBF middleweight champion of the world, Michael, second to Nunn.
Instructions before, you know just what I'm here for, and good luck to both of you. And so just to listen to me, we'll get along fine. Good luck. Good.
And the referee for the fight, Denny Nelson of St. Paul, Minnesota. He refereed the Nunn-Curry fight in Paris. The two of them came very close, head-to-head. Nunn's still smirking at Toney now. They had to be pushed off earlier. And here we go, round 1 for the championship, scheduled for 12. You see the obvious height advantage of Michael Nunn. He's a southpaw. Toney wears the Star of David on his trunks for his manager, Jackie Callan. Denny Nelson separates the fighters. Nunn did connect with the right hand in that exchange, and Toney missing wildly twice. Nunn's people kept calling Toney one-dimensional. What do they mean by that, Joe?
Well, they looked at some tapes and saw him doing the same thing over and over again. But he promises that he's going to change his style to accommodate Michael Nunn to beat him. And that's not throw one punch at a time. But you see Nunn landing some good hard shots on the inside.
And Toney's come back and landed a couple of lefts.
That's right.
Toney.
When you get Michael Nunn up against the ropes, he's going to lean back on you. Don't even bother going to his head. You got to look low for Michael Nunn when he gets on the ropes. Got to stay to his body, hit his arms, hips, anything.
Final minute of the first round. And Toney hasn't been overwhelmed by this home crowd appeal at all.
Good left hand to the liver there. He slips that head over on his left side and takes the body just like he did there.
An action-packed first round. A lot of punches thrown.
Nunn being real active in this first round.
Nunn getting a left in there, trying to hold him off with his right. And Toney just kind of smirking as Nunn just measures him with that right hand.
And Nunn.
With the left. Final seconds of the first round.
Not a bad round. Not a bad round. I give that first round to Nunn. Toney came out and landed a few good shots, but Nunn finished up the middle and later part of the round real strong. Landed some good left hands to the liver.
I want you laying in there. I mean, I want you laying there.
face me. Don't lay in close. Use your jab. Use your jab. Move over, okay? See, the guy buddied you already, so I don't want you laying in there. Okay? Don't go for the...
They didn't give me that much body shot to the body and to the head. But keep the left hand up. Get a little busier. Be first. Be busy. Keep backing him up.
That's Bill Miller talking to him. It was Angelo Dundee over in the Nunn corner. Dundee urging Nunn to use the jab more in round 2.
He's worried about a headbutt on the inside, but on the other hand, Toney got hit with a few good right hooks, too, by keeping that left close. Something that he said he had to change for a southpaw. Keep that left hand up more.
Round 2, it's scheduled for 12. He did land the left. I don't know if it was good as the crowd thought it was. And Nunn is staying in close where Dundee didn't want him to be, to risk that headbutt. And Nunn connecting with a combination. Good left from Nunn as he pushes Toney off with the right.
He just seems so much physically stronger than Toney. He can push him off at will. He can turn him at will right now. Toney's got to really get a lot busier than he is right now. Nunn's out hustling him.
Staying in inside quarters now. Halfway through the second round, Toney connected with a right to the body and one to the head. Nunn does seem to be more in control of things.
Yeah, a lot of these punches that Toney is throwing, I can guarantee you'll be landing on a lot of people. But Nunn has got that great radar, and he just slips even when you're just inches away from him.
He's just taunting Toney with that right hand, just laying it out on his head. Sneaks a left hand in there.
Look at Nunn. He's so good at turning you, making you lose sight of him, really. He slips over to one side or the other, and you so quickly.
And you saw Nunn land, and Toney just gave him a look, as if to say you don't have much.
Well, while he's giving him a look, he's getting eaten up on the inside right now by Nunn.
Well, so far, all the bluster, the pre-fight talk from Toney was just that. So far, the first 2 rounds, just a lot of talk. To the body from Nunn. Nunn working low, misses high with the left. Toney tries to come back. I don't see much on Toney's punches yet.
His punches straight a little bit low. You can hear the cup popping.
That's the end of the round. Denny Nelson has to step between them. I think the biggest roar of the night was for the post-bell activities.
Use your legs, use your speed. See, when you get behind the leg from to get up, then nail them. I want speed. Give it to me. Open wide. Okay, spit it out. Okay, Michael? I want your speed. You want to show this guy your speed yet? Come on. In, outside to side. Go to your right. Okay? Comes up looking, nail him. Okay?
Davenport, baby. Davenport.
Here on the punch stat, Nunn throwing 154, landing 40%. He's being very accurate tonight, 28% of Toney, who's being very inactive. Exactly the opposite of what he promised everyone he was going to do.
And Toney's spending the entire time on the stool, which is smart. Now he stands up, as you heard Angelo Dundee exhorting Nunn to show his speed.
Well, I can guarantee if he shows Toney any more speed, he's going to be out of this fight completely, because even at the speed he's using right now, he's losing Toney. Toney's a step behind him in every category, just like that.
There's a good right jab from Toney, from Nunn, rather.
And this is what Toney's got to do. He's got to get busy on the inside here and let him go. He's going to go 3, 4, 5 punches.
Michael.
And the heads are close together again. And Toney caught Nunn with a left. And Nunn comes right back.
Good straight left hand that turned the head of Toney around. Oh, Toney almost catching Nunn with the counter right hand off his uppercut.
Angelo Dundee told me he thought that Nunn could really nail him with the uppercut, but Toney landing some there. Had a good right in that flurry.
This is what Toney's got to do. He's got to draw him into a slugging match on the inside and hopefully catch him with some. Nunn's got a great chin, though. He's been hit by the best in the business. So just because he gets hit with a good punch from Toney, he's not going to fall.
Dundee thought Nunn could catch Toney with the body shot and then double up with the uppercut and nail him. Midway through the third round now. Quick little left from Nunn. Cute punch and backs off. There's the left to the body and follows with the right. Toney looks at him. And Nunn coming on while the crowd exhorts him.
Nunn really throwing some good hard body shots in there.
The crowd chanting Michael in his home stadium. And Nunn landing 2-3 shots there. And a couple of jabs getting as well. Couple of lefts. Nunn on Toney. Nunn landing here in the third round.
Nunn looks very focused. He looks sharp tonight. Now, when you talk to Toney, he thought Nunn would be a little bit easy in this. I don't think he expected, and he just got wobbled a little bit by a left hand by Nunn.
Strong round for Nunn. Another left hand gets in there.
Break. Close your hand, Mike.
Nunn's all over him again as the third round comes to a close.
Break.
Strong third round for Michael Nunn.
Well, that's an understatement. He was all over James Toney, circling him left and right on him, throwing punches from all angles.
You hear me? Look here. Quit trying to knock this guy out with one punch and put some punches together. You don't have to go for a home run punch every punch, but get busier with them hands. We done spotted this guy.
Some good advice. Let's take a look at what happened here, Joe.
Well, here comes Toney. He came in with the right hand left hook, but here goes Michael Nunn. He came back with his own body shots. Here he is stepping around Toney, losing him. Toney's losing vision with his head down there. Barely missed him with that uppercut. He's just all over the place tonight.
Toney did sneak one right in there, but 3 consecutive lefts found the mark of Michael Nunn.
Right, 65 connect percentage for Nunn against 31%. They're throwing about the same amount of punches, but Nunn's just ending almost all of them.
Fourth round, you heard what Toney's corner told him. Stop going for the home run ball. Throw some combinations.
Well, they've been working for 3 months, from what I understand, on Toney putting on pressure, throwing combinations, getting inside on Nunn. Things don't always work out like you plan, though, especially against Michael Nunn.
Toney connects with a jab. Nunn shakes it off. Toney goes after the body. There's the jab from Nunn right back at him. And again. And Toney missing. But Nunn doesn't.